Um, what's up, guys? It's Monkey Bacon here from Sockmunkee Development, and today we're gonna be doing the enemy library for our game that we've been working on. But before we get started, let's change the background color because I was thinking about making the enemies have a black set color. Oh, Office.lu was updated. So let's make the background color white. So love.graphics.set background color 255 255 255. Okay. Yeah, so let's get started by making a new file, saving it into our Super Mega Box Extreme folder. Call it enemy.lua. And we'll require that at the top of main.lua. Okay. Let's just initiate this as a sort of like object class. Make it a table. And let's see, what do we need? Let's run the game real quick and see how everything's going. See if whether we should have the enemies come in from the side or spawn on screen, and maybe like as if they were zombies, they could like come up from the ground or something like that. Let's just see real quick how it's going. Come on. Come on. These tutorials have been going well. I've been getting a lot of messages. People seems to be helpful. I also got a suggestion to do a request to do camera movement in this tutorial, so I'll do that for sure. We'll put in the camera. That'll probably be later though. This is taking like an extra long time. And Office.lu just keeps being updated. Okay, let's see. You know, let's make them come from the sides. Okay. Sorry that took so freaking long to happen. So let's make the width. I guess it could be the same as a player. What's the player width? Let's make it 50. Height 50. Let's make it. What should their speed be? Let's think. I don't know. They're gonna move the same way as players, so let's make them like 1,750. And the friction, we'll set it to 7.5. They're probably gonna go a little bit too fast, but we can always we're gonna end up adjusting it no matter what. So, and we'll make a spawning function now. So we need the X and Y, and that's it. And when it spawns, we're gonna insert a bunch of data into the table enemy, where X equals X, Y equals Y. I don't know what else we're gonna need. Oh, X val equals 0, and Y val equals 0. Is that it? What more individual things do we need? I think that's about it. Oh, we can do health. Set it to like 2 for now. Parent functions. Let's put parent functions in here. Almost forgot. I'm pretty tired, so this may be a little bit more boring. Maybe more common collected tutorial. So let's do draw underscore enemy and update underscore enemy. Oh, I spelled update wrong. First function we're gonna make is gonna be the drawing. We're gonna do enemy.draw function enemy.draw. We'll access it in a table. Access this table enemy, and let's make them black. And we'll make the rectangle filled b.x, b.y, enemy.width, enemy.height. So this should make a black rectangle up here at the X and Y of the enemy and with the width and height of the global enemy width and height. Yeah, so let's put that into draw enemy. Oh, let's put these into main.lua real quick. Almost forgot. Draw enemy, let's put it below bullet. And we'll put update enemy below bullet as well. Okay. Next we could do the basic physics function. To do this, I'm just going to copy it from the players because it's going to be completely identical. But we're going to replace player. So I'm just going to double click all this stuff. Because Sublime Text 2, you can have multiple text cursors in one file at once. So I'm just going to change all those to enemy. Oh, wait. Change it all to V. And then we'll just change these two to enemy. because the function or the variable friction is global, in a sense. I guess I'm just gonna say global from now on when I'm referring to that, and the velocities are individual to every individual enemy. If you guys want me to do a tutorial on tables and like eye pairs and all that, and what I'm talking about right now, and how this all works, I would gladly do that. It took me a while to get used to, but I feel like I can probably explain it to you guys pretty well. Yeah. So now we have friction and that stuff applied. So let's make the basic AI. Let's apply, but before we do that, actually, this still says player. I probably should change that to enemy. Let's put this in the update function for enemy. And again, you do not need to do parent functions. You can just put these straight, like you can just put this enemy.physics and enemy.draw straight into main.lua. It's just what I prefer. Okay, enemy, let's just call it AI in all caps. And we need delta time for this. Let's access the enemies table. Okay, what I'm thinking is it just I mean, there's not going to be much crazy. It's just too much going on. It's just going to be following the player, I would assume. So let's start. Let's start with making it follow the player. Then I guess we will work on attacking after this. Let's start with the x-axis. If player.x, I'm gonna reference the middle of both the enemy and the player, because usually it just kind of lines everything up a lot better. So we're going to do, instead of just doing if player.x, we're going to do if player.x plus player.width divided by 2. So that's the middle, horizontally the middle of the player. And we're going to say if the player is to the left of the enemy, so v.x plus v.width divided by 2. V width does not need to be individual to every enemy, but I'm going to make it that way just because it'd be easy. It's easier to reference. So width up here in the spawning function, every single time one spawns, let's make sure it's has a variable width in there, and height, and it'll just be enemy.height. And we could just reference enemy.width and enemy.height, but it's a little bit easier to just type v.width. So if the player's to the left of the enemy, then we're gonna move the enemy to the left. So yeah, I did that right. So if v.xvel is greater than negative enemy.speed, then we're going to subtract from the xvel. So that'll move, this whole snippet right here just moves the enemy to the left if the player is to the left of him. So basically, we have one form of movement. We need to add 3 more for every direction when it comes to boxes. So we got left, let's do right. So if player. We can just copy this right here, this little if then statement. Just paste that, and instead of less than, change it to greater than. So now it's if the player is on the right, to the right of the player. Again, we could copy this right here. Let's just paste that right here. Close it all up. So what do we need to change? We need to change greater than to less than right here. And instead of it being negative, make it positive, because it's going to be increasing. And then, of course, like I said, it's going to be increasing, so let's change this subtraction to a plus. So this is left and right movement. Let's, I guess we can see if that works. Let's spawn an enemy in love.load. So I'm going to copy the enemy spawn function, go to main.lua, love.load, we'll spawn it at 500, 300. We'll see how this goes. And it's going to take a while to load. I'm sorry for that. It's really annoying, actually. It's been getting, like, the time it takes to start love is just getting longer and longer. I'm not sure why. I just really need a new computer. Yeah. If I guess I could plug some stuff. If you guys want to check out the game I'm working on, go to sockmunkee.com. I've been spending almost all my time on it, and I'm pretty proud of how it looks so far. It's going really well. Our artist is, like, really talented. His name's Keaton. Yeah. Come on. Load. Awesome. Oh, did I not require... Oh, I required bullet again. Why did I do that? You guys probably saw that at the beginning of the tutorial. Sorry about that. That was kind of stupid. That was the worst way to get an error, is for like the first step of making a new library like that. Yeah, what else is there to talk about? I might just, if this happens, if this becomes a big problem, I'm just gonna start editing my videos and skipping these parts out, because this is like really annoying. Oh, what else? Oh, I also got asked to do the tile and platforming type of functions and stuff, and I'll definitely do that. That's a lot of fun. Collision detection. Huh. So, he's not moving. So that's probably not a good thing. Whether we're on the left or right, he does not move. So let's check if we put it in. Okay, awesome. Again, another kind of stupid thing that I missed is to not. We got to put this in the parent function so that it actually runs. Because right here we're setting it, we got to execute it. To execute it, we put it right here. So now it's executed, and all that code will actually happen. Okay, cool. So after this, we'll do the y-axis, and then hopefully we'll get to hitting the player. I'm not sure. I've been doing this. This is a 10-minute tutorial though, so we may do that later. And I may just put that in some other tutorial and just call it collision detection or collision something. Just collision something. We can do bullet collision. We can do player collision. That'll probably be next tutorial because this is a long tutorial. Yeah, cool. If you guys, what was it? Never mind. I forgot what I was gonna say. Be sure to go into the forums if you guys ever have any help, and also add me on Skype, Monkey Bacon. Follow me on Twitter, Monkey Bacon. There it goes. Awesome. That is really fast though, but it works. So we have some basic enemy AI. We can't shoot it yet. Like I said, we're gonna do that next tutorial. Let's make him a little slower. Let's make the friction 10 and let's make the speed 1000. That should be a good speed. And so let's copy this right here. Actually, you know what, let's do it from scratch just I don't know. Just for the sake of this tutorial. So next we're going to do the y-axis when it comes to in the enemy AI function. So if player.y plus player.height divided by 2. So if the middle vertically of the player is less than the middle vertically of the enemy, then we're going to bring the speed down. Or yeah, it's gonna become negative. So we want to do negative enemy at speed. Cool. Let's copy this, paste it. I think I might have messed up on that. I don't know why. I just don't feel very confident about what just happened. But let's see if it'll work. So now we're testing again if the player's below the enemy. We don't want it to go. We don't want the enemy to go up if the enemy or if the player is below the enemy. So we want to add to the Y position. Oh, we want to change this greater than. Okay, I didn't walk through that very well. Sorry guys, I'm pretty tired. But I hope this tutorial made sense. If not, like I say in like every tutorial, if this didn't make sense, I can always refilm it. I'm tired. It was New Year's. Yeah, Happy New Year's, by the way, guys. So I think I'm probably like 4 or 5 days late in some countries, but, you know. Gotta keep in the holiday spirit and stalling while you wait for your engine to run your code. The game I'm making is called Supreme Arena, and it is a platforming zombie survival game. And the latest thing we added was apparel. So you can buy like outfits for your guy, and they give him special abilities like slow motion and better pistol damage, stuff like that. And you can mix and match it too, because there are 2 sections. There's like hats and torso. Okay, cool. It works. This will work fine. This will work perfect. So next tutorial, we might adjust this a little bit. So, and we're also gonna do spawning them, like actual. That's next tutorial is going to be devoted to spawning the enemies outside of the map and having them come in and chase the player. Cool. So I hope this helped you guys out. I know this is a little bit of a slower tutorial, a little bit. I mean, not as much fun, but it's kind of necessary, right? And we're gonna keep on adding to this enemy.lua file, so keep an eye out for that. Check out sockmunkee.com. Follow me on Twitter. Add me on Skype if you need help. Email us sockmunkee@gmail.com. Plug. Help. I'll see you guys in the next tutorial.